Imagine a young boy walking home from school, trying to think of ways that his life could get any worse. He contemplates his life and what his purpose is. He can't seem to find one. He thinks of all the things that other students have said to him through the past 3 years. He sits in his room and he realizes that this is his junior year of high school. It's far enough and as far as he's willing to go. He walks through the house to the hallway and then into the living room to take one last look at his family and their overly happy photos. He looks at the pictures of the boating trips he used to take with his father and brother. He thinks of all the times in the kitchen that he spent with his mother. He goes down the hall one last time into his father's study, grabs the rope that they used to use on their boating trips, walks down to his room, turns off the ceiling fan, and closes the door. According to Elizabeth Edgerton and Susan Limber, who did research on bullying and suicide in 2013, children and youth who are involved in bullying are more likely than those who are not involved in bullying to be depressed, have high levels of suicidal thoughts, and have attempted suicide. There are 4 main types of bullying, the first being physical bullying. This can be defined as hitting, kicking, pinching, punching, scratching, or any other form of physical attack. Damage of belongings or taking someone else's belongings is also considered physical bullying. There is also verbal bullying, which can be name-calling, insulting, sexist, racist, or homophobic remarks or jokes, as well as the use of sexually suggestive or abusive language or anything else offensive. Another type of bullying that can also be seen as verbal is social or indirect bullying, which is done by spreading malicious rumors or stories about people, excluding them from groups, negative gestures or looks, and damaging a person's social reputation or acceptance. The 4th kind of bullying is the one that has become a bigger deal with the advancement of technology, cyberbullying. This is harassment via phones, text messages, photos, phone calls, and the internet, including social networks, emails, chat rooms, and instant messaging. Technology has made it easier for bullies to target their victims anywhere and any time of day. They can now harass them in front of everyone and get more people to join in. They can even create pages dedicated to the harassment of certain people and even create hate groups. Bullies can be any age, meaning that the victims can vary in age. Children have begun to bully each other so early on in life that there are now more people committing suicide who have just barely or have yet to begin their teenage years. According to the American Association of Suicidology, in 2005, suicide rates for those between the ages of 10 and 14 increased by 50% between 1981 and 2005. Along with this information, the Centers for Disease Control also stated that for youth between the ages of 10 to 24, suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death. It results in approximately 4,600 lives lost each year. The top 3 methods used in suicides of young people include firearms, 45%, suffocation, 40%, and poisoning, 8%. There have been many researched cases. The New York Times published an article in January of 2010 about a girl named Phoebe Prince who was only 15 when she committed suicide by hanging. 6 students were thought to be the ones who bullied her, and they were tried for her death. The other case was published in People magazine about Carl Walker Hoover and Jaheim Herrera, who were only 11 when they committed suicide by hanging. They were constantly bullied about being gay, although they were not. It was their mothers who found them in their rooms hanging after repeatedly calling up for them that dinner was ready. There are numerous organizations and campaigns geared towards stopping bullying. A few organizations are I Choose and Stop Bullying, and there's also a campaign called Friends. Finally, we should all try our best to join organizations and participate in campaigns and maybe even start ones on our own to get other people involved, because you never know when you'll be saving a life.